Welcome to the SwimSwam podcast. I'm your host, Coleman Hodges. Joining us today, 2020 Tokyo Olympian. We are sitting down with Michigan All-American and soon-to-be Cal Bear, Patrick Callan. Patrick, good to be sitting down with you. Obviously, you made this decision. You're taking a fifth year at Cal. Can you take me through that decision? What went into it for you, and what made that ultimately the right choice for you?
Yeah, so I guess it makes sense to start with, more leaving Michigan. I guess I wouldn't even say leaving. I guess move on is the right way to put it. Michigan, I love everything about Michigan. I know kind of the situation, what's been said in the past, and I still stand by all of that. There's nothing wrong at Michigan. It's an amazing place, amazing coaches, culture, team, everything. I guess for me, some things changed a little bit between back then and now. Nothing like bad blood or anything in that, but just kind of going through like Big Tens, NCAA's trials and all of that. Obviously, it was a little frustrating not swimming anywhere near what I was hoping. And then after that, just kind of I had to take a step back and kind of think through what went wrong, what do I need to do going forward. And after talking with like family, friends, all of this, kind of decided it might be a good idea to consider making a move and just kind of get something new, because I just felt like ridiculously burnt out after all of that, and just felt that something new might be able to kind of relight what I had going last summer, obviously. So that's kind of more of the background into why leaving, but obviously why I chose Cal. I visited there over the weekend and just absolutely fell in love with everything out there. Really just clicked with all the guys, and I don't think anything needs to be said about Coach Durden. I think his deal kind of speaks for himself. So really pumped to get going under him. I have the most respect for him, and I think he's one of the best coaches ever. So really looking forward to it. Hopefully going to get out there pretty soon and get rolling.
Yeah, get rolling. Nice. Let's talk about this season. Because like you said, you made the Olympic team. You were performing really well. Swam in Tokyo, and then coming off of the Olympics, just how did you feel after that meet and coming into the fall of what was your senior season at Michigan?
Well, obviously the Olympics did not go as well as I'd hoped. I was hoping to obviously swim faster than I did and help the team in the final, but that's a different story. Going into the fall, I felt really refreshed, honestly, because I took a little bit of a break after Tokyo, which very much needed. And then got back in with the team and got it moving. And first semester went really well, actually. I feel like the midseason invite in Minnesota, I swam relatively well, just right around my best times for like a week of rest. So I was feeling really good at that point. And then I don't know kind of what happened between then and like January, but it just kind of fell off the rails a little bit. Just dual meets and then going into Big Tens. Like, I mean, I wasn't that upset with Big Tens because I'm like, it's not the big meet of the year. Like, I was at that point, I was like, rough meets happen, kind of move on, move forward. And I've always been the kind of athlete that's had a really short memory in terms of like, if something goes wrong, I'm really good at bouncing back and kind of just forgetting about it. So after Big Tens, I kind of just let it go and moved on to NCAAs, and went into NCAAs ready to tear it up and do something. And then it was kind of the same thing as Big Tens, where it just wasn't there. And that was really frustrating, especially because I kind of in a way felt that I let the team down at that level, and that was tough. Especially since we didn't have as many people there as we usually do. I know each person was a little more magnified. And then I felt that I did really good getting back into things and just kind of changed my focus over to World Champ Trials. And again, I went into that meet expecting to do really well. I'd been training well leading up to it. And then again, just didn't, I genuinely don't know what it was. Still just to this day, I don't know what happened second semester, considering like how good things were first semester. And then Um, yeah, I guess that's really it about the season, I guess. I mean, the only thing I can really put my finger on is just feeling a little burnt out after like a combination of Tokyo and just kind of spending 4 years in one place, I guess. A little bit of mix of that.
Sure. I mean, and I feel like it would be hard to not feel burnt out if you have three consecutive championship meets that you feel good going into and then don't necessarily go your way. No matter where you're at or what the circumstances are, like I would think you just get burnt out of not swimming the way you want to, right? I mean, that's that's tough. So like you said, 4 years in the same place. Did you finish your degree at Michigan? Are you all done with that?
Graduated. Um, yeah, graduation was actually the last day of World Champ trials. So didn't even get to go to graduation, but yeah, we still counts.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So you're all done there. So moving forward, are you going to pursue a degree at Cal as well?
Yeah, so the plan right now is to do their certificate program deal, wanting to do business administration in the fall, and then the idea right now is on entrepreneurship in the spring. Obviously, those applications won't be until later down the road, but that's the plan right now.
Yeah, nice. So just right now, I guess today, where do you feel like you're at with swimming, just in terms of that burnout that you had been feeling? Do after deciding to go to Cal, do you feel re-energized? Are you going to take the summer off? Do you have meet goals or goals for yourself moving forward for the rest of the summer?
Right. So right now I'm swimming, not fully, just like 4,000 a day kind of deal because I know right now before I get out to Cal, I need to kind of just take my time and obviously stay in shape, but kind of reset a little bit. But I guess to answer more of the question, I think this move is going to be really key in kind of getting that energy back and what I've been doing. Because obviously I know once I get out to Cal, hopefully within the next couple weeks, maybe a month at the most, it's gonna be full steam ahead when we get out there, and I'm really excited for it just to get moving with those guys and just get ripping it. And in terms of, I guess, me goals, I don't know what the plan is this summer. I guess if I get back into full peak shape quick enough, maybe Irvine Nationals, but I guess past that, just getting ready to have a good short course season and hopefully help the team win a national title next spring. So.
Yeah. So backtracking a little, so that's our catch up with Patrick Callan. I just want to get into a couple quick things about Tokyo. Honestly, I'm just curious. We never got to talk to you after that. How you felt about the experience and what you gained or what you learned from that experience, moving into that last year of college, because it was your first Olympics.
Yeah, so the experience was weird, honestly. With all the COVID stuff going on, it was really weird, but incredible experience. I think the most fun I had that entire time was at camp in Hawaii. That was just so awesome, just every single day. Because at that point we were all training hard for the most part. So just ripping it every day with, I mean, the Olympic team. It's insane. Um, but I guess in terms of what I'm going to take from it, I guess just being ready for whatever the team needs you to do. For me, it's weird because I had never not let off an 8 free relay before in my entire life until the games. So I remember distinctly, I was up on the block about to dive into the Olympics, and I'm like, oh God. Like, it was super weird because I'm always lead off. I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. It's funny at Michigan, everybody always makes fun of me for having horrendous relay starts. And I was like, we're about to do this in the Olympics. Like, all right. So it was wild. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I need to be ready for moving forward. Cause I mean, obviously in a team like Cal, I need to be ready for whatever they're going to need me to do to help the team win. So if that answers the question, hopefully.
Absolutely. Was there a set that stood out at Olympic training camp or a day that, you felt really good or that you'll always remember of like, oh, so-and-so did this and it blew my mind?
Yeah, it was like the second practice there actually. There's actually two practices. I'll start with this one though. We were doing a threshold set. I was with Jake and Kieran, and Jake and I were kind of hanging together the entire time, and it was like I forget exactly, maybe like 4 150s and like 4 200s kind of deal, all at threshold. And like the first couple 150s, all three of us were together, and then after that, Kieran just decides he's going to blast us for the rest of the set. And it was it was a humbling experience for sure. Just obviously he's an insane athlete, but seeing how he trains is ridiculous. So that's one that I'm never going to forget. But also, obviously, Florida trains a little more distance oriented. So the very first practice, we're doing like 600s descend long course pull. And that's just not my thing at all. It was like I was getting lapped out there. Um, and I was just dead for the next like 3 days after that. It was funny. Jake would just give me crap about that for months. So I would say those are the two
Yeah.
for very different reasons.
Yeah. Right. 600s pull. Yeah. That's like, oh, what?
It was like descend and negative split. It was ruthless.
So what's, if that's not your thing, what is your ideal training setting? Right. Like what kind of training are you firing on all cylinders at?
I mean, I would say anything but distance work, but I think when I'm at my absolute best is just like race pace stuff, just throwing down with guys next to you. I love that. I'm a super competitive guy. I love racing people and hopefully beating people. So when we're throwing down some 200 or 400 race pace work up at Michigan, I'm just having a blast, just getting the guys going, obviously talking a little smack like I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I love doing.
Nice. Are you more of a short course or a long course person?
Very much long course.
Okay.
We have yet to figure out the whole short course thing, but hopefully this year.
Gotcha. Yeah, you got one more year, right? So okay, we're gonna wrap it up, but I have to ask before. I know you're not on the world's team, but I'm curious if you are gonna watch World Champs. If you are, I want to get your predictions on the men's 200 free and what you think it's gonna take to medal.
To medal, oh goodness. See, this is hard. I don't even know like what's going on outside the world other than here. Obviously, I'm putting my money on Kieran to medal. I don't know, time wise, maybe. Oof. I'll give it a 144.2 for Kieran.
Okay. I'd love to see that, man. And so 144.2, I think that wins, honestly. But let's get your take. Last thing, let's get your take on the 800 free relay. What do you think of Team USA right now after World Champ trials?
Oh boy, do you happen to remember where we went last summer? Because I guess that'd be a good reference point. It's hard to remember.
That's a good.
Was it like?
Let me pull it up.
601, 602.
That sounds right. At the Summer Olympics. Okay, we're pulling it up. Men's events, US went 7:02:43.
Okay. Ooh. So you're asking what I think they're gonna go or place or both?
But so do you think they're gonna go faster than 7:02:4?
Oh yeah, no. I got full faith in those guys, and I think they're gonna win it. My money is on them. So
we already got 3 145s this at trials, right? Do you think they break 7 minutes?
Ooh. Under 7, that's tough.
That's tough.
I'll put them right at 7 for now. Calling an under 7 is bold.
I like that guess. I think right at 7 is a great prediction. We'll see how it goes. Patrick, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat. You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.